In the bantamweight division at UFC Vegas 100, you got Gaston Bolanos taking on Cortavious Romious, who fought in a couple of Contender Series fights. Bolanos 7-4, Romious 9-2. Peru versus American. Gaston 3 inches taller, 5'7". He's 32. Romious is 30. Gaston has a 1-inch reach advantage. He fights right-handed. Romious fights southpaw. Gaston leads in significant strikes, more activity, 3.9, nearly 4 significant strikes per minute to exactly 3 per minute for Romious. So that's like 15, maybe 10 to 15 over the course of the fight. Neither guy really landing takedowns thus far, but they're early on in the game, right? Gaston Bolanos beat Aaron Phillips by decision in his UFC debut, 63-17 in significant strikes, but then he came back against a good Marcus McGee and got KO'd in the second round, basically erasing the significant strike advantage he had after the first fight. Now, Romious won his last fight against Mike Wimperado at in the Contender Series this past August by decision, 40-29 in significant strikes, gave up a takedown. Prior to that, he got KO'd by Ramon Tavares at the Contender Series. So that's a looming factor for both guys. Both guys getting KO'd, but Romious got KO'd 2 fights ago, so he's over it, right? He came back in another fight, fought to a decision. Gaston, who I might think would be a little bit better with the activity, was KO'd in his last fight, and we don't know how he's going to respond. You know, when you're KO'd, that's going to leave an impression going into your next fight until you get, past the first round. So if I'm Cortavious, I'm being aggressive early and, keeping that memory in his mind as long as possible. And I think Romious does that and applies the pressure. He's got to get the significant strikes up. He knows that. He's in the UFC now. He's got to be feeling good. And hopefully that momentum takes over here and he moves to 10-2. That's what happens, in my opinion, is that he actually outstrikes Gaston because of the energy and the momentum to get the victory here. Bantamweight division, UFC Vegas 100.